Hey, good morning, Glenn.
Morning, Mark. How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How about yourself?
I'm doing great.
Great, man. Yeah, I was just sitting here enjoying watching the intro there, just relaxing, having some coffee, getting ready for the greatest event in history.
Yeah, we don't have long, do we?
Yeah, I don't know exactly how this is going to go down. I suspect something's going to happen that'll be different, but I mean, it could go down traditionally, but do you really see that? I don't know. We'll find out. We'll find out, won't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess I've said all I can say about it. It's happening, and it's here.
When?
Julie and I are going to go vote. We do it the traditional day. Way. We're going to go on election day right down the street. We got a place we can vote right down the street, and then we're going to take our cats. That's 5 more votes. So
Hey, you might as well.
if we could, we would. I mean, Peaches is the only one old enough to vote because she's 18. I guess, yeah, yeah, I'm just kidding. But I mean, I'm saying that in jest, but there are some people that would cheat this system, as you know.
So what's the day when we know what's going to happen?
Glenn, any day now, it could have happened this week. I want to say this. I mean, if this does happen and the EBS goes off, we may not have internet for 10 days. I mean, up to 10 days if this thing goes like it could. I'm not saying that's going to happen, but I'm saying it could happen.
Right.
We'll just have to see because this isn't your traditional election. This is different. I think you know that. It's just not quite the same. It's going to be done. The voting's going to be the same, but we already know that they're going to cheat in mass. We know that.
Yeah.
The proof is in there from 2020. That we're still dealing with 2020 right now, but we can't do anything about that until the 4 years is up, or it would have been civil war, man. So you understand that.
Yeah.
So the last 4 years has been a continuity of government where Donald Trump's actually a wartime president now. And I can't really explain all that, but Derek Anderson, he was basketball. Derek Johnson has explained it all with receipts on the war powers, military law, and all the executive orders put in place by Trump that's even being bumped up by the fake regime that's in there, because there's not really a regime in there. That's all show, man. And a lot of people cannot grasp that and won't grasp that until they're told by an EBS. There's going to be no communication if this EBS goes off other than a loop of all the things that's been going on to expose everything that's been going on. That's if the EBS goes off. Will it? Really, I don't know. I mean, I really don't know. I know it could, but anyway, just want everybody to be prepared that something big could happen, and it could happen any day now. But don't worry, everything's going to be fine. That's all I could really say, and we'll dig into the comments. We had Cajun come in. Hey, how you doing? Here's Johnny. I didn't know this, but he changed his name to Cajun Roots Adventures. So just thought I'd throw that out there. Our friend Johnny came by, and I'm glad he did. Good morning, Jay. Yeah, that's me. Hey, that's Glenn. Yeah, there we go. Well, we're still waiting for Joy to get back, Johnny, but we hope so at some point.
Yeah, she will be.
Yeah. And we're going to roll through this. You remember last week when I was showing you, I think I showed you 2 lockers that I just put a $10 or $20 bid on.
Yeah.
I got one, and I even got outbid on it and still got it. Somebody bid $30 on this. And so I got a second chance offer. And I took it because it's just right down the street. And I said, Julie, what do you think? She says, if you want to go ahead. Go ahead. I'm like, all right, well, she's not even going to bother with this. I'm going to do it. So I went and got it. And we got a number of people here right now. I'm going to show you the whole thing. I couldn't even make a video out of it. Okay. Now, that doesn't mean it's bad. I'm going to show you real quick and then we'll talk about it. But I made a video so short that it can be on here. So here it is. I got this. Well, you'll see.
Sarcastic Storage Stacker here. I just won a second chance offer on a locker. I only bid $20. Whoever outbid me didn't show up to pick it up, so I got the chance. So for $20. So what I'm going to do, it's dark in here. There's no lights in the unit. I'm going to show you this. I'll try to lighten it up in my editing. This isn't the kind of stuff I usually buy, but there's a nice $160 Christmas tree here, and it's in there. So Christmas coming up, $50, not a problem. So what I'm going to do, rather than try to show it in here, I'm going to go ahead and load all this up, take it back to the house, and I'll show you there. This is usage profit for my great grandson. It's a little bumper chair and it's in perfect condition.
Well, that's it. Sometimes when you pick up a cheap locker, it is what it is, a pile of stinking crap. I won't subject you to watching piece after piece of crap being shown like it isn't trash destined for the dump.
There it is. Now you see why I didn't post that as a video. Maybe I should put it up as a short. Maybe I'll do that.
Yeah, you make a short out of it.
They've got a new thing they're doing now where shorts can be up to 3 minutes long.
Oh.
I don't know exactly. I haven't done it yet. I don't know about it. I got to look into it more. But it's a little bit different, but I do want to know about it. And there's differences on the music you can use like before. Not that it matters, but you could still use anything in the YouTube library. But it's not under the protected like it was under the regular minute and less shorts. And yeah, let's see who's Jody's in the house. Nice spot. No, it wasn't. I'll tell you what though, Jody. I got it on a second chance. That's not really the kind I look for, but I bid on it 2 weeks ago, like just a minimal bid. And then somebody outbid me and then they didn't show up to get it. So I got a second chance and I only paid $20. And then with fees and everything, it was $30. So I got a $50 Christmas tree out of there. Okay. So we made $20 on it and got my grandson a seat. The rest of it, all those boxes that I was wondering maybe if there's just one Dell in there. There was 5 boxes. None of them had anything in it. So, it wasn't, we made $20 and that was it. So is it good? I didn't mind getting it. It was just down the street. Just had to throw everything away except now I did get a nice little brand new blanket out of here, and a couple of little oddball usage profit things, but that really, it wasn't any good, but it was a little bit of a profit. Yeah, well, I showed the whole thing there. I mean, that what you saw there is, oh, yeah, found your channel, Locker Luna. Yes, Locker Luna. Oh, I missed, there he is. Good afternoon, everyone. Sorry I've been absent. Yeah, well, I know you broke your foot, man. I've been meaning to ask you how that was going, man. Is it healing up? See, he was never in the military. Who was never in the military?
I think he's talking about Trump.
No, he wasn't though. No, I know that. Okay. I think everybody knew that, but that's okay. Yeah. All right. Yeah, well, he knew that. Not in the military, but he's commander in chief of the armed forces. So I guess technically he is now, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh no. Yeah. Yeah. I think the ending of it pretty much summed up because all the boxes were empty and the clothes that were in there were covered in hair, pet hair. Now I don't mind a little pet hair. But this is different, dude. They were just, it looked like a fur coat, you know, like I took all the clothes out there. I did donate them all to charity because I think they do have a big washer. They can wash all that stuff. So I think they can probably get them cleaned up. And I got a little bumper seat for my great grandson, not great, one great grandson. And that was about it. But you know, it was worth it because what if there would have been one or two of those brand new laptops in there? Now I knew there were chances that it wasn't.
Yeah.
But for that, and I had a Christmas tree sitting there, and it's almost Christmas. So that'll be $50, right? It's no big deal. So yeah, it kind of sucked. Hey, Locker, Eric, we got you a new sub there. Hey. Yeah, man, the only broken thing I ever had was a collarbone playing freaking football for a case of beer. For a case of beer. Thank you. Yes. I tell you what, Jody, he's got this 20 by 70 locker he's been digging out, but go to the very beginning of that. And if you want to see one of the largest storage units, and he's found so much gold and silver and even cash in there, you know, just big jars of quarters and pennies and nickels and gold rings and oh my God, diamonds. These are the kind of lockers that we all want to find, man. Yeah, that was, I don't know what that was, but it sounded pretty cool, man. Hey, Sky Warrior, how you doing, man? We're in here just chilling out on this Sunday and getting ready for the storm. The storm is here, man. Get ready for it. You're going to see the world flip, not just the country. We are going to be free once again. It's going to happen. Freedom will happen. But the drama, get ready. Get ready. So have your Dukes running in the background at Locker. Dukes a hazard? Just a good old boy. Never meaning no harm. Yeah, something like that. There we go. And we're dog parking. Here's Eric. Here we go. He was doing better. Oh, my God. Then he re-injured it. I was trying to stop a cat from running out in front of a grain truck. Oh, man. Well, at least you saved the cat, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I guess it was worth it. I would do the same thing. Cats are important, man. That's why I don't want my cats to get out of the yard. I've got 5 cats. 4 of them will not leave the yard. Well, she opened the gate and they'll walk out, but 4 of them won't. But Chucky's been hopping the fence like crazy lately, and I have to watch him. And yeah, man, I'm sorry to hear that, though, man. Well, at least your cat's all right. I guess you can look at that, but it doesn't help you to be on one leg and you're a storage auction buyer. That can be a problem. That could be a kind of a big deal, man.
Yeah.
So I'm really kind of wanting to get this election out of the way. Now, what do I think is going to happen? I mean, I love it when people ask me stuff. I mean, I've got an opinion. I'm not this big intel guy. I just knew where to look, and I knew who to trust, and I knew who to listen to find all the receipts on everything I'm saying. And wow, this is a continuity government, and this government that's in place now on the surface is not really there. That's hard for anybody to understand or to comprehend, including myself, but except when you've got a guy that can prove it and you got people that won't go to watch the guy prove it, then you see why we're in this position we are today. Okay.
Well, if you have any common sense, all you got to do is look at where we're at right now as far as grocery prices and prices of vehicles and homes and everything else, and where we were at before. I mean,
Well, just look at it this way. They always tell you to follow the money. Well, when the so-called quotation mark deep state has lost their Federal Reserve, it's been absorbed into the Treasury. They're getting ready. The dollar is dead. I don't know if people realize it or not, but it's only good here. It's not even you can't even use it in international trade with any of these BRICS countries because it's all going to gold back, which is what we're going to do here. There's going to be the biggest transfer of wealth in human history going back to the people, not only in America, but globally, because of the criminality and the horrible crimes against humanity. There's going to be Nuremberg trials coming up in very soon. Part 2. Sadly, history has repeated itself. And we are the victims this time. But we're climbing out of this. And hopefully when the EBS goes off and the only thing you can listen to all day is what's been going on for the last many years, probably much longer than that. But anyway, we won't delve totally into that today, but to not talk about it when we know about it, I can't do that, man. I can't do that. But anyway, we also have lives to live, and we're living them. So let's see what our lives are like. Let's see. Marketplace. Jody. Oh no, like a lunatics. Hope it heals up this time. Yeah, but really, man, he's got a 20 by 70 he's got to pay rent on until he can get it. He's still going to do great, but until he can get it cleared out. So that's like $450 a month. I'm just guessing. So if he takes him another month, that'll cost him another $450 right there. Yeah. Hopefully another video on the 20 by 70 next week. I hope so, man. I've enjoyed that locker. Not as much as you have. But, oh, yeah. I've got my Trump. I'm still waiting on my dark MAGA hat, the one Elon Musk was wearing. And, he's campaigning for Trump on his own. He's been giving away $1 million to people, for whatever reason, like 20 people he's given $1 million to. You're going to be getting some of that here for too long, folks. It's not coming from him, but $1 million to him. For him to give away $1 million would be like me throwing a dollar bill out to somebody, and really probably more like a penny. It's the way mathematics works. If you really dig into it, I'm sure it won't matter. Hey, Mad Dog, how you doing? Wait a minute. What did you say? I missed his post. I'll get back to you, Mad Dog. Eric said he had to pass on some good lockers due to this rebellious foot. God, man, that's a double whammy. Man, I hate double whammies, man. I know how those go. We got to get you healthy, man. Okay, Mad Dog. I'm sorry. I got down, watched a video of Last City of Atlantis in the eye of the Sahara Desert. If you go back into watching movies and old shows, you could start to see some relevance as to what's been going on. It's like in some of the movies, there's like soft disclosure. There's some shows that just put crime in your face, but they put it on somebody else. But they're just making a show out of it. But it's real stuff. But you would have never known that until now, when we finding out everything's been a frickin' lie. Good morning. How are you doing? Yeah, we're doing, man. We're here. Trump knows how to shake things up. Well, he knows how to save the country, and in this case, he's actually going to be the figurehead, and he's the head of the Global Alliance, which is an alliance of 17 different militaries around the world, which includes the big boys. Because believe it or not, our media here, which is fake, is FAF. They're not going to tell you anything. They're going to flip. They just want the narrative out there. I think some of them are probably daggone just soulless, empty vessels. And the technology is there for that too. Yeah, it is. You don't even know if you're seeing a clone or not.
Yeah, I thought that.
And there's that, and then there's AI. You know, we now know who the Antichrist is. You know, AI. That battle will be fought in about 1,000 years from now. Kind of like this one is now, man. Elon Musk's pretty much laid that one out. And it makes sense, man. Todd, how you doing, man? The stacker. He's been doing the right thing. He's been stacking. And that's what you got to do, my man. Now just get ready to and put on your seatbelt, because the most dangerous animal is one that's in a corner and getting ready to lose. And that's what you're going to see. Will they have one more bullet in their chamber to fight back with? We know they use weather. They use their army. We now have discovered who their army was. They're the deep state army here, FEMA.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised by anything they try to pull, Mark.
Yeah, and what they've been caught in is sick, satanic, evil, awful. It's worse than you can imagine. There we go. The Sahara Desert, it was a green paradise and lots of fish and seafood. The city in the Atlantic. Yeah, I think when people figure out why we got 4 seasons, they won't believe it. If I was to say it now, everybody would leave. You know, that moon out there? The moon? That's all I'm going to say. I'll lose everybody after that one. It didn't make a lot of sense to me too, but it does when you really think about it. I'll just say this. We had astronauts go up to the moon one time, and one of them, I don't remember the name of the astronaut. I don't know if it was Buzz Aldrin or not, but he said when they landed, it sounded like a bell going boom, 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 and echoed. Okay, that's all I'm going to say. Boom, exactly. Yeah, and they've been fighting them. But actually, people are fighting back against them now. And it didn't quite go as well as the demons wanted in North Carolina. Didn't quite go. Flushed out some tunnels. That, yeah, I'm not saying too much. But when the EBS goes off, and I don't know anything. I only know what the intel says, but I know who to trust. Yeah. So if everybody really wants to know, they could find out. And I could point you right there. A lot of people don't want to spend the time to, and it really messes up your whole paradigm of your whole life. You know, it's really hard for people to admit that everything they've been taught in history and in everything else has been a lie. It's hard for people to swallow, you know, and I get that. So anyway, now that we've talked that, I still want my hat. Look at this one. I guess they sent me this. They gave me an extra large. I didn't specify, so So I got the black dark MAGA hat coming. Excuse me. And hopefully it's a little bit smaller than this one. Star Luftstalag 30 night awake, yeah. Well, as long as you're awake, in other ways, it's okay. Not woke, but awake. If you're woke, that means you're brain dead. Hat looks great, Mark. Thank you, Jody. I appreciate it. I've got the black dark MAGA hat that Elon Musk wore to the Trump rally. I believe it was back in Butler, Pennsylvania, where the PSYOP was. We'll just call it the attempt on our leader, but they weren't going to put him in that position. Too important. A lot of people are going to say, "What are you talking about, man? Just wait. I've said enough anyway. Just wait till the EBS goes off, because it could happen this week. I think it's going to happen before the election, but that's just me, and I don't know. And I just hope the power doesn't go out. I can deal with it, because there's going to be one through Starlink. There's only going to be one operation, one way of communicating, and it's going to be on loop. They're going to be telling people everything that's been going on, explaining all this, and it's going to go through Starlink. And the mainstream media is going to be, those satellites are going to be disabled during that, as well as everything else. Because there's so many people that just are going to be freaking out. They're going to know what's going on. But at the end of all this is prosperity beyond comprehension for most people. Like everybody here, if they're not already super, like Todd, super rich, they're going to be, And how do I know that? Well, just wait and see. Because I've spent the last 6 years of my life, instead of delving 8 years, delving into sports like I used to, I've kind of gone that way with this instead. Boy, am I glad I have, because it's so nice to not have to worry about anything. Now, concerned, yes, because this is still, it's a real operation, but there's real consequences in all this, right? You don't hear people talk about it any. And that's the thing. A lot of people just don't want to talk about it, because, they see things from the way that the media wants you to. If you listen to them, you just think it's insanity. It's just crazy. Oh, bad guy. That's that. Every one of our problems the last 4 years is because of that guy right there. Can't be the fact that we just wide open all the borders and let everybody in. Terrorists everywhere. No, that's not a problem. No, that's not a problem, folks. It's him. It's all his fault. It's not. Wait, not you. I'm pointing. Well, wait a minute. It's that guy. Thanks, Mad Dog. I appreciate it. There it is. And if you'll notice, the one hat that Mr. Trump wore said 45-47. Now, if you go to Derek Johnson on Rumble and let him explain the military law and all how this is what's going on right now, and all the executive orders and everything, you'll understand what's going on right now. We're in the dash. And yeah, it was him. It was him. Well, I'll show you why it was him. I'll show you why it was him. I'm going to find the receipts here.
Wow, let me. Can you see this?
Oh, yeah.
It's blowing hard. Oh, Lord. Oh, it's a ghost.
So help me God.
See, it was him. You didn't know it, but we had the source right here. No, that's not me. I can't do this. There. Now you believe me? Told you. Does anybody have any questions or anything about that? And then we can move on to something a little more mundane. So we can have a little relaxation time. Like right now, I got my feet kicked back. I got some coffee. And I showed this greatest storage unit in the world that I got. It was awesome. No, all kidding aside, it was so bad that I couldn't even make a video out of it, except for a 1-minute video that I showed here. So basically I went and got a Christmas tree and a bumper seat.
Well, like you said, you can make a short out of it.
I might do that, Glenn. Because I don't monetize these lives because they're much less scrutinized if we don't moderate. So that's why I can kind of get away with a little bit more here. And I think after the end of all this, we'll be able to say whatever we can say. It depends on, if YouTube gets under new ownership, for instance, or I don't know who's pulling the chains on this thing, but let's just say they're as bad as the mainstream media when it comes to the First Amendment. I don't think they respect the First Amendment, Glenn.
Yeah.
Don't tell them I said that, okay? I don't think they respect the Second Amendment either. I'll bet you they don't even know what the Third Amendment is. Yeah. So, in lieu of all that, somebody said something. Trump wants them to close Facebook. Well, it is. Facebook was involved. I gotta be careful here because they were involved in what happened in 2020. I could say that, right? I think you know what I mean. And they put their money into that. Now, this is my opinion, and I think other people agree with it. I think that was treason. So, yeah, if they did, I wouldn't care if they just did it right and quit, digging into people's personal information and selling all that. Stop doing all that. Let everybody speak. You've got your community standards you got to keep up, right? You just do that. You don't have to censor people. If you're not doing anything wrong, why would you censor anybody? Why? What's the point? This country was based on the constitutions, mainly it started with the Declaration of Independence after the Revolutionary War. We had to fight for this. We can't let them take it back. Well, they did in 1871 by turning us into a corporation. And then we were basically, all of our tax money went to the crown. Do you guys realize all our money up until just recently is going to the British crown, all our tax dollars? You know what the bar is? The British Accreditation Registry for Lawyers. They teach them in maritime law. We're going to go back pre corporation of the United States back to the original Constitution and common law. Very different than maritime law. It's like the law of the sea. Well, we're not at sea here, folks. This is America. We want the Constitution back. We're not a bloody democracy. We're a constitutional republic. And when people start to understand that, you believe terrorists were using Facebook to steal money? Yeah, I'm sure of it. You're right. It's worse than that, man. It's worse than that. But you're right. Well, I don't know about you guys, but that pisses me off. I mean, what pisses me off worse is that we haven't known it. At least I haven't until the last 7 or 8 years. Why? How can you go from 1871 to the almost 2020? Because now it's bankrupt. It's non-existence anymore. They haven't even refunded it. The people you see parading as our government people are not even there. They're either body doubles, AI, or whatever. It's hard for people to choke down on that. It really is bizarre. But they say the truth is stranger than fiction. Well, I believe it. So why would all our money go to England? Well, because we were recaptured in 1871. They didn't like the fact that we got out of there. Apparently not. Oh, my God. Today it goes to 2 other countries. Well, you know what? It's all changing, my man. I can only hope that EBS does go off. I just want to feel the shift in everything. It'll be palpable. You'll be able to feel it. It's like a veil will be lifted off this whole republic. I cannot wait. And it's not just because of the money that we're going to get. It's not just that. I just want to be free. I just want to live by the Constitution that was put in place, that we fought for. Why do we have to? You have to. I guess you got to fight for it all the time. Apparently you can't just fall asleep as a nation and then expect that. When you all these people go into Congress and then they're aligning with the British Crown. What the hell is that? It's like, how did we not see this coming? Guilty as charged right here. I didn't until I'll just say this. It took me till 2016, 2017 to realize, whoa, this is much worse than I ever thought. And it was thanks to one guy that I found this out. Because then we knew where to look. We just looked for the truth. Wow. So where were we? I ran everybody off, Glenn. I'm sorry.
That's all right. I'm still here.
That's right. Well, there's people here. People do come in. There's 6 people. That's pretty good for us. I wouldn't mind doing another live during the week. What's this? I really wanted. I haven't been going to. Let me recalibrate my thoughts here. I'm trying to spit out everything I want one time. I haven't been going to any chats in the last several months. Oh, hey Andy, how you doing, sir? Because I don't want to say this anywhere other than here. Stuff, because I know me when people say something stupid. I want to put it out there why I think that what they said was stupid. But I'm not going to do it on somebody else's time.
Yeah.
I'm trying to respect that because a lot of people are afraid. And fear feeds the enemy, man. They live on it. They create it. And now that I know that, no more fear. Isn't that a wonderful thing to have that kind of control of your own? We're more powerful than we thought, man. People are more powerful if we're all on the same page, they can't exist. These forces can't exist. So they use everything they can to divide people, man. That's right. And I think it's great. I see people in the chat, they were dog parking. I love that, man. Just to have people that will listen. It's wonderful. I wonder if we can make them laugh too. I've been doing a bunch of stuff this week and I haven't made any new funny videos. I wonder if I've got one I haven't played in a while though. I usually bring something to the table. I did bring that new little video. But it was such a bad locker, Glenn. Every one of those boxes was empty.
Yeah.
Everything in there was empty except for the Christmas tree box, which saved, I ended up spending $32 because it was a 10% of, it was $32. So it wasn't that bad because it was just down the street. But I'm really wanting to find something else. But I want to get this whole, I want to at least get the election out of the way. Unless something great comes about it, I don't care. Dog parking here. Andy's in the house, and I think somebody tried to assassinate Trump several times and tried to frame it. Oh, that's no doubt about that. The problem is, had they succeeded, that wasn't really Trump, but it's kind of like what you're seeing there isn't really Biden either, because like the one guy that was 5 inches taller than the other, I think that one was blatantly obvious. It's hard for people to imagine that people could be fooled on a large scale like that. But hell, we've been fooled for centuries. Why not a few more years?
Yeah.
And that's hard for people to understand and to quantify in their own minds. But here we are. And some of you probably say, well, he's full of shit. No, it's not me. I can point you in the right direction. I don't have any intel at all other than through the people that I trust. No personal intel. But I do have common sense. Hey, Scott Warrior, I appreciate you, man. It's nice to have a small diamond dash. A diamond dash. Yeah, they're diamond dash. Where we got the term dine and dash, where I got it from, and I started calling them that, was from the show called the 70s Show, where the Ashton Crusher took all the rest of the show there, the rest of the people on the show there, to the restaurant. I said, it's my treat. And then when they were done, they say, okay, Kelso, are you paying? Oh no, man, this is a dine and dash. So that's where I got that from. So yeah, and speaking of him, I won't say much here, but he might be involved in all this bullshit, man. Some of the people in Hollywood, there's only a very small percentage of them that are good. And you'll see who they are. Some of them have already left the country and they're trying to hide, man, but I don't think there's anywhere to hide anymore. Because they've gone down and for the last several years, they've been destroying all these tunnels and stuff, man. Just destroying them, especially in Florida under the Disney thing. Yeah. Let's see what we got some humor to go to here. I'm going to show my little kitty. Oh, come on, you got it. Oh, what's the matter? Are you going to hiss at me? Ouch. Ow. Chucky. Hey. Oh, he's so little. You a good little cat? Yeah, that was when he first got delivered to us, man. But anyway, that video got us 20,000 views and about $5. Pretty good for a short. Let's see what we got. There's a Big Sky Warrior. It's like, yeah, we did that. Wild Man and the Champ. Hey, Harry, how you doing, sir? Yeah, it's the fourth quarter of yard sailing right now, isn't it, bud? Fourth quarter. Yeah. I might go to another yard sale one of these days. We'll see how that goes. I've got a funny feeling, though, things are going to be different. People will still get back to what they love to do, but I just think things are going to change. I don't know to what degree or how it will affect resellers, but imagine you're a reseller and all of a sudden you got more money and you know what to deal with. Now, I don't know how long that's going to take or all that. I still think I would still do what I'm doing. Me personally, I'm not going to change anything. I mean, I might buy another place. Why not? I might just buy another and keep this one. I love this place. I've been here 30 something years. I'm not letting it go. That doesn't mean if I have a crap ton of money, I wouldn't buy another one. You know, why not? If you got so much money, you don't have to worry about it. Why not? Especially if you eliminate property taxes. That's the main thing. Because really with property taxes, it's not really your property over time. I mean, you'll pay more in property taxes than you would for your place over the course of a lifetime. That and income taxes. A lot of things are going to change. To what degree, we'll find out. Chucky must have been really mad at you. Well, yeah, I wouldn't let him jump the fence. We're on a busy street. Did you hear what Eric said a little while ago? He re-injured his broken foot running after his cat that was getting ready to run out in front of a truck. So, yes, I protect my cats if I do the best I can. I've got 5 of them, and 4 of them will not jump the fence. I got 1 that will jump the fence. That's right. And I got to protect him from himself at this point. Yeah, Chuckles. That's his nickname, Chuckles. That's right. There, we're dog parking. Looks like Tommy. Was Tommy a gray? Boy, I tell you what, this Chucky is the most intense cat I have ever had. Douglas was the smartest cat by a mile. Thomas is the most stealth cat. Sadie is the most neurotic cat. She's sweet as hell, but she's crazy. They're all different. I mean, every one of them it's just completely different from the other from a personality standpoint, you know. That's why I love them. I mean, they're not just cookie cutters. They're not just cats. No, these are all personalities. They're all 4-legged personalities. And we're dog parking. Jody, hello, Jody. Tommy had done. Oh yeah, it's like he was so mad that I caught him. He attacked me, but he didn't do it. He just jumped up at me. He was showing me his displeasure that I wouldn't let him leave the yard. But I have to do that. That's what I do. I have to keep him safe, and I still want to give him the experience of being a cat and being outdoors. So we got a decent yard back here with a lot of things he can get into. And I try to keep him around that and not over the fence. But a 6-foot wooden fence is no defense against a cat that wants to get out. Zip. Zilch. Nothing. It's like a 3-foot fence for a human. I wonder if you ever scored any big scores garage sailing. That'd be a good question for Harry, man. What I always did when I went to those kind of sales, I would just go up. I had my idea what I wanted right off the bat. So I would try to get there. The few that I did go to, I hadn't gone to a lot of them, but I would get there and I'd say, do you have any vintage jewelry? I'd like to buy it all. So if they either did or they didn't, you know. So, and then Harry kind of did that lately. There was one, I think last week, somebody had all this jewelry. They took all this time to mark each one with the prices. You know, there was one with $35, one with $15, one with whatever, and then just 3 boxes laid out flat of all jewelry. And the guy said, I'll sell you all of it for $15. Well, Harry couldn't have pulled money out of his wallet any faster than he did. Why wouldn't you not buy all that? Because even if none of it is silver or gold, it doesn't mean you're not going to make money on it. Because at $15, you don't have to make money, or you don't have to sell it for much. I'm sure he did well. You could sell it on YouTube in little jewelry jars or whatever you want to put it in. But he might have some things that he's bought. I know he buys a lot of antique like lanterns and antique like vintage games, old video game stuff. I mean, he buys all that old stuff that I love to find in a storage unit, and he's the king, man. There he is. Moving. You're moving? Oh, man. Where are you moving to, man? Tommy is a handful. Oh, yeah. If Tommy's a gray, yeah, they can be. Tommy's a nice name for like a nickname for a tomcat. We got a Thomas. He's an orangey. So is Callie when trying to trim her. Oh, cats don't like that, man. They don't like their nails trimmed. They hate it. I'm thinking if you buy another place as a rental property is to rent it out as income based. I could, but I don't think I want that aggravation if I'm already super freaking rich anyway. You know what I mean? So I was just looking for another place to like. I would like to like still go buy storage units and like get me another house and just totally furnish it from storage units and just spend time getting some of the best stuff that I can and just doing that and making that part of my channel and, you know, taking this house and building it all, decorating it all, furnishing it all, everything from storage units. It's just a thought I just had kind of really just during this show. But when you've got so much freaking money, if this whole thing goes through, which I'm sure it will at this point, because if it doesn't, then the alternative is okay, that's not going to happen, folks. All right, now I lost my way here. Where's there it is. Eric says, we will just resell more expensive items. That's right. That's it right there, what he said. And that's what I try to do now. We don't really sell outside of Facebook Marketplace. Now, if they dump Facebook, I'm sure there'll be another site we can get back on and to sell. I'm not worried because maybe they do need to take that place down. If they would do it, if they proven to do what they did in 2020, then but I just think that could be fixed with a new owner. Kind of like how Twitter was, because they were taking down if they didn't like your opinion, they just took it down. Now everybody's opinion stands. That's how it should be, right?
That's right. You don't have to agree with everyone.
No, whoever thought we had to agree. Yeah, you don't have to like what somebody says. You don't have to like it. You can hate it. You can also just scroll past it. If you don't like it, scroll past it. But to take it down, that's not right. Unless it's something illegal like threatening or, the basic things everybody agrees on. Yeah. It won't be passed. It's just going to be during the last 4 years, we've been under a continuity of government, man, dog. And there's also been devolution, which means the government we're going to have going forward is probably going to be only 5% the size of what it is now. And we're going back to the Constitution pre-1871 when we were turned into a corporation by the British Crown and forced to live under their lawyers and under the bar. We got to get Britain out of our lives. We don't want to be under maritime law here. We want to be under the common law, under the original Constitution fought for in the Revolutionary War to get the Bill of Rights and everything. We want to go back to that. And that's where we're headed. So they never passed income tax. That was never passed. You don't have to tax people's income, especially to send it to Great Britain. What's so great about them other than pulling this off here? But it just irks me to no end to think that happened. And we didn't even know about it. How could we not know? How? I went to school in the 60s and 70s, and we didn't know then. They didn't teach that. They taught civics and they taught the three branches of government more than they're doing now. But I do know the three branches. I knew the Bill of Rights. I knew the Constitution. They're not even teaching that.
No, they don't want anyone to know.
And then we had God in there. We had we did the flag with saluting every morning.
Pledge allegiance.
Yeah, I had a brain fart. Every morning. No, they're not doing any of that now. No. Why not? Well, because they're subverting things. It's like they always said, to take over America, you never have to fire a shot. You just have to subvert them from the inside. Well, when you've got traitors, it's easy to do.
Yeah.
I think we're all starting to see it now. Yeah, record everything. That's right. If you didn't get it on tape, or you didn't get it on tape or digital or video, it didn't happen as far as YouTube's concerned. You got to get the shot. That's right. No, I don't want to shock him. I love that little guy. I don't want to shock him, but you can get. Now, here's the thing. You can get these systems that they put over your fence that come out, well, getting the frame like this, trying to go the other way. And it makes it to where like there's a wire protector what they can't get up over, because cats don't like to hang like.
Yeah.
So they have these systems, but to have those put in, we're talking a couple grand here. But if we've got money coming out our hind ends, folks, that's not going to be a problem. But here's one question that I've got. All right. And I haven't really asked this. This is kind of rhetorical. If everybody has a bunch of money, who's going to want to work? I mean, there will be people, but how will that work? Like, now think about it. How many people would do a job if they didn't have to? I mean, there'd be a lot of people though. I'm not saying they wouldn't, but that's something to think about. So there's a lot of questions still. Maybe you need. Yeah, I'm not going to do that, but I don't want anything to happen to him, man. I really don't. I've already lost one cat in the last year or so, so I don't want to lose another one. Of course, Douglas didn't have an injury. He had an issue with it. It was bad. And roosters. Roosters. Okay, I missed. I don't know what that was about, but it just sounds funny. Amazing what people pull out when you ask if they have any other jewelry. Yeah, that's the thing, man. If you go in there saying, "Hey, you got any sterling or gold jewelry?" they'll freak out. But if you go in there and you ask about vintage jewelry, they think, "Oh, yeah, I've got a whole big box of that. I'll buy it all from you. How much you want for it?" And then sometimes you can give, $20. Take it in your friend. Oh my God, look at that. So that's the main thing. Go into a yard sale or a garage sale, just ask them. They'll tell you 95 times out of 100, they won't have any. But there'll be 5 out of 100 that do. And you could be that lucky person. That's right. Harry knows. He's been that lucky person before. I wonder if he had a rooster. He's saying get a rooster if that would keep Chucky in line. No, I don't think so. Rooster would run from Chuck. I think Chucky'd be after the rooster myself. But then roosters could be pretty vicious, man. But I don't want them pecking my cats. And then in the morning, I don't know if I can deal with all that, man. All that loud stuff. That's a rooster and a cat. Now, I know a cat and a dog can get along fine. I've seen a turtle and a cat. There's this one YouTube cat. I watch their channel occasionally. That they have a turtle on a skateboard, but they fitted him where he can run around real quick on a flat floor, like a linoleum floor, and their cat and him get along. But this turtle can go as fast as you can't imagine how fast he can go on that little skateboard. So it's the cutest thing. So I watch all that kind of stuff. I like wholesome stuff like that, you know. It's very nice to know when you're living in a world that's so demonic as the one we're living in now. It's nice to have some good things. Yeah, that's right. Here we go. Harry says, I picked up more on Facebook Marketplace than yard sales. I've killed it on free stuff. Wow, that's good, man. That's good. You know, a lot of times people just want to declutter.
Yeah.
And sometimes they're decluttering is decashing. Would you come and take all this profit off of me, Harry, please? Okay, I'll see if I can fit you in today. And Harry will be a nice guy, and he'll fit him in that day. Right, Harry?
You know, people give away free stuff sometimes. It's worth money. They just don't want it anymore.
They don't want to deal with it. A lot of people don't want to deal with reselling and dealing with sales because they've never done it. They don't really want to do it. Or maybe they're shy. Maybe they don't care. Or maybe they're just used to their situation and they know this stuff's in the way. I can deal with it without it. I'll sell it. If somebody come over and get it, hey, I'm going to call Harry Humstone. Harry will come and get it. No, it's not like that. He has to search them out. But
we had a neighbor that set out an iron table with a glass top and 2 chairs one time and had a sign on it for free. And we took it and put it on Facebook Marketplace for $150 and sold it the same day.
Yeah. I did that a couple of times. There was a futon right down the street somebody put out. We sold that. I think it was $75. I think another time I got a dresser. It was an antique dresser too. And we sold that immediately. So I have done that before. You know, if I'm going by and my van's got room in it and I see it sitting there, I'm like, well, hell, I need another piece of furniture like a hole in it. But it's still money, so I'll pick it up, you know. People will set out furniture like that. It's crazy. Yes. I said I'd move if all this money comes my way. Oh, okay. You do have a nice little crib there, though. Are you looking? If you did, would you be looking for something larger or just something with more land around it, maybe? Because I always like that would be kind of nice, you know. But I always thought, I thought if I do that, I still want to keep this place because I've had it for so long and I've got everything here, you know, everything, the whole operation that I do with storage units is here. It took me 5 years to build the infrastructure to do this, you know, the way I wanted to do it. So we will be looking into doing that too, Harry. You know, yeah. My biggest scores were a real human skeleton and a van full of golf. I remember both of them, man. That human skeleton was weird. I just never thought that people were allowed to sell human skeletons. I didn't know that. I would have thought it was illegal, but hey, maybe if they're a certain age,
Yeah.
like I don't know how that works. I would have been freaked out if I looked at it. Yeah. Harry says 37 bags for that was one hell of a pickup. What's this, Glenn? What's he talking about? 37 bags. Oh, the jewelry.
Yeah.
Yes, I was like, yeah, take it, Harry, take it. Like, oh, you didn't have to tell him that. He had his money flying out of there for you. Yeah. I would have bought that, you know, and I don't really buy costume jewelry, but for that cheap, I could get that much for it easily. And then you never know if there could be, I think there might have been a piece of sterling or two in there, right? And if you find one gold band, because not all gold's marked, and not all marked gold is gold. So there's that. Interesting find. Yes, that was interesting. I'd say my most interesting find was the Muhammad Ali life-size statue, weighed probably a half a ton. That was my best. That was my best find. Let's see if I got a picture of him here. If I got it, I'll show you guys. I know most of you've seen it. I might have kept it. Let's see. Here it is, real quick. Okay, y'all. This is what we got last week. Let's see what we got this week. He's the greatest. Big man. Okay. What can we pull off this week? Okay. There it is. Sorry it went too long. I just wanted to show you that. Good. And it was him. I got $1,200 for him. I had somebody come over there and pick it up. Quite frankly, I wasn't able to get it out of there by myself. He was heavy. And I believe he's in a museum now in the one downtown Louisville. At least that's where the guy was going to take him after a period of time. I haven't talked to that guy since. I talked to him one time after that, but he had still had possession of it. Yeah, we read that. 37 bags of jewelry. Harry, big money. Here we go. Skeletons are big bucks. Found an anatomically correct Halloween skeleton for cheap when I was going through human anatomy and physics. Physical. Well, I guess that's what he. Yeah, wow. Cool. It gives a cat a little shot. Yeah, I'm on the fence with that, man. Well, that's a bad thing. I'm on the fence.
I'm with you on that. You
Yeah,
can train them.
I agree, Glenn.
Yeah, you can train them. It just takes work.
It takes 2 years, to be honest.
Yeah.
I'm in year. This is just the beginning of his second year. You know, and a lot of people won't spend that time, that kind of time, because maybe they've got a full-time job. And, you know, we're retired and I buy these storage units on the side. So I've got time to spend training the cat. And right now I feel like he's training me, but that's okay. It is what it is. Are you able to keep? Apparently, I didn't think you could. Now, if it's still got some meat hanging on it, I think you might want to call the authorities on it. Just saying. If it's professionally done and not a murder victim. Oh my God. Patrick, hey, how you doing, sir? He's flying today. And he's lighting up. We need all the thumb lighting we can get, man. We're sitting here. We had 13 there for a second. Now it jumped down to 11. But I'm just happy we've got people here. I mean, we're doing pretty good. I don't even, it's like Glenn and I both say, we don't care. We're going to do it anyway.
That's right.
You know, we'll get back into doing more about storage auctions after this election and everything. There's going to be so much drama, guys, coming up that, you know, I mean, I think any day now, including today, the EBS could be going off. Now, if that's the case, we might miss a show for our first show because it could be up to 10 days. So we don't know. But at least everybody will hear the truth. Oh my God, the truth is so important. Patrick, sounds like a good deal to me. Yeah. Harry says this, if I had room, I would mess with furniture. I've seen old bathrooms redone and they stick the old sink and toilet outside. Those things are worth big. Exactly, man. And that's what I was thinking. If we get what we think what's coming. Being 65 and over, we're looking at like $11 million if those numbers are correct. And I think the 18 and over was 3 million, something like that, which is, believe it or not, but reverting back to the old prices before all the let's say we're going back, they mentioned 1955. Imagine you have no income tax, no property tax in 1955 prices, and you're a millionaire. And then let's just imagine that scenario. So everything you do would be just for what entertains you. It's like I would buy another place as an example and just go out and find the stuff that I like, the old antiques, and build it the way I want, and the way Julie wants, work as a team here. And then you're going to feel better too, because all the things going on in the sky and all this, nobody will be doing that again. There's the med beds. Everybody will get an appointment when they go to the redemption center to set up to finalize their banking through the new quantum system and everything. Most people, 90% of the people aren't going to know what I'm talking about, because they don't talk about it. Our mainstream news is fake. I think we all know. I think we all agree there. And by fake, it's you got to remember, it's by what they don't say. And what they do say is bass backwards. Right? But yes, exactly, Harry. So everybody's going to get into, instead of like work, it's going to be like hobby. And some people are going to enjoy starting their own place and selling it for passion. Or maybe they like to have a restaurant and have their own style of food. And no restrictions other than basic whatever you have to do in a restaurant. So there's going to be a whole renaissance. I think it's going to be an American renaissance. I really do. And it's what you're passionate at, which clearly you are passionate about what you do, and me about what I do. Glenn loves doing this stuff too. And we're going to have all those opportunities. And it's going to be a renaissance. I really, truly believe that. And 37 bags of golf club. You weren't going to lose with getting all those for free, man. There was no way you were going to lose. No way. You had guaranteed profit there. That's guaranteed. I remember that episode. I do like, going back to this, I do like your GoPro, and I am going to consider getting one of those, because since I do film alone, I do have a couple of cameras, but I think after watching your videos and some other videos, I think I might end up trying that too. I could probably order one of them now. I mean, I haven't done it, but I've seen your videos and I like the way it shows. So I might end up doing that too. Mad Dog says, would you put school class skeleton with your house for? I don't think I would do that, man. I don't want any bad mojo, man. You don't know who that was. I mean, I just don't think I would do that.
No.
What in the world? Oh yeah. You talking about that statue or the skeleton, or?
I think the statue.
You look suspicious. Yeah. Yeah, Mad Dog. That statue. I bought that locker for $800. And I paid 1 month's rent, $45. And there was a dolly that they rolled him in on worth about $25. And I got $1,225 out of the unit. So I didn't make a shit ton of money. I didn't make a crap ton of money, excuse me, on it. But I made about $400. I mean, that's not bad.
No.
I didn't really have to do anything except and not only that, I made some good videos out of that. So I mean, I came out ahead all the way around, and then I got the satisfaction of getting that statue back to where it belonged, you know, somewhere. Hopefully the guy did what he said. He was going to have it for a while and then put it in a museum. And I think he was going to get a good, nice, big tax deduction.
I can't remember. Was that brass or plaster or?
It was if it had been brass, it'd been worth that was hard plaster, I think.
Oh, okay.
But it was skeletonized though. It had like a metal where
like
they
rebar going through it.
Like rebar, yeah, like they would when in the highway, you know, the concrete with the highway. It was rebarred, I guess, as lack of a better word, yeah. But that was one of my most historic buys. You know, it's kind of like Harry and his skeleton. Well, that's my skeleton story. And the thing about him, Muhammad Ali was from Louisville, Kentucky, and I bought him in Louisville, Kentucky. So I knew I wasn't going to have any trouble selling it. So I got it, $800. I thought I got a deal on it. I could have held out and got more, but I was paying rent.
Yeah.
So I thought, well, I better just go ahead and list this guy. And then it didn't take long. It really didn't. And Harry the guy I got the skeleton from was using it for a Halloween prop until his kids found out when they got older that it was real. That's how good he gave it away. They probably freaked out. Oh, you mean it was real? I can picture that, man. That is so awesome. Thanks, Jody. I had a lot of fun buying that. That was really kind of surreal having that. You know, in the beginning, I wanted to bring it home and put it in my studio. Now I'm glad I didn't, because my studio now turned into another storage building. And because I needed the space. Okay. So he would have just been at stuff. He'd have been back in a storage unit. And I really didn't want to just stick him back in a storage unit. So I didn't do that. And I'm glad I did. I mean, we made a little bit of money. But haircut time. I do that myself. I just, done. Gone in 60, you know. I'm not paying any money to my head. Backyard trucker, Andy. Yeah. Did you keep a toy for your collection? I guess, is he talking to Harry? Harry. I think he's talking to Harry, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, didn't float a lot of, no, he didn't float at all, man. I tell you what, that sucker was heavy. The guy came out with a big truck that had a ramp going down and a big dolly and 3 workers. And he was helping. So I actually ended up helping him push it up the ramp, because that thing was probably 1,000 pounds, man. And so it took us all to get that in the truck. And I got a video of us doing it, but I don't think I got it up here in here, but yeah, we rolled it up in there. I made a video out of that. And I did get a few dollars out of those videos. No, I'm talking to both of you. I keep stuff all the time. I wonder if I got anything just sitting around here that I could show you. I've got so much stuff I've got so much stuff I can't find anything. I got a lot of stuff. I've got a really cool herd of elephants that are solid brass right now that you've probably seen. Oh yeah, I got you. I'll get down to that. So the brass elephants, I'm kind of waiting until after all the election stuff and everything, and then want to clean them up real good. And if people have more money at some point, maybe I'll ask a lot more than 1,000 for them. We'll just see. We'll see how it goes. Right now they're in building 2, not really getting in my way, and they're cool as hell. So I'm not in any big hurry to move them. And yeah, I've kept every gun I've ever found in storage units. I've probably got 25 from storage units. Well, a couple of them I bought from storage auctions that people got, and they found them and I bought them from them. But I had one locker that I bought that had 6 in it. all vintage. One of them was a Browning Sweet 16. I would show it on here, but YouTube freaks out because the Second Amendment doesn't apply here, apparently. And here, I can't control that. Hopefully that this whole thing will change soon, so everybody has the rights that they're born with. I don't know who in the hell thought they could take that over, but boy, when you got a sleeping populace, you'd be surprised what could happen. People need to be involved in some way, at least by knowing. Yeah, I love gold and silver. I keep all of that. Other than sometimes I'll take the silver scrap and I'll take it in and I'll sell it to the guy and then take the payment. Well, he has to pay me first by the way they do it. And then I turn around and give the money back and get that money put into all like silver rounds. Or if it's a lot, I'll get you can get like 10th ounce gold coins, which is those are around $300 a piece now because this gold's right up there near 3,000. And I started telling people back in 2012, just be stacking your gold, man. I would buy gold from all the buyers, not all of them, some of them. Just stack your gold. I'd tell them, don't sell it to me, though. But they'd sell it to me. They'd sell it to me because I paid spot. Everybody else wanted to take a cut right then. I said, your payoff's going to be later on, man. I don't care what the money is. Whatever. Yeah, let's see. Okay, guys, talk it up or we can't go past 1:30 if y'all don't talk it up. Tell them to talk, Glenn.
Talk, speak.
Say something. Or I'm going to play a crazy video. Y'all just watch out. Glenn will say he'll do it too. He will do it. I'm going to show you a nut shot if y'all don't start talking. I should show him that, shouldn't I? I'm going to do it, man. I don't care. I've already experienced the pain of this situation once. It makes it. Oh, the ultimate. I could laugh now, but that wasn't very funny, man. Actually, it was funny. At the time, it was harder to laugh. Isn't that right, Patrick? It's hard to laugh. I thought, I guess kind of at the time, I kind of knew what was going to happen. I don't know why. I could just because you could see everything was going to hell. But we did back in the beginning, all that, I didn't know exactly what was going to hell, but I knew that gold is real money and silver is real money. And I knew that. So would you rather get caught with paper? Take your paper now overseas somewhere and try to spend it. They'll laugh in your face. They will laugh in your face. Say, no, we got gold back. We got gold back currency. We can't exchange that. That's paper. It's fiat. It used to be backed by oil, but not anymore. It's worthless unless you use it here. But gold, silver, you can get anything you want with that. That's right. Oh, you want to see one of Glenn's crazy videos? All right, let's see if Glenn's got a crazy video. I bet he does. I know I would have kept some of that. Let's see here. Okay, but while you look here, all right, now. All right, that's one. Here's one. Glenn, what are you doing? Oh my God, Glenn, stop. Glenn. Here's another one here somewhere. Oh, real quick. That video I put up this past week from this locker.
This crap.
I got about 1,000 views, man. That's pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. Let's see now. Got the gold. Okay, now I know I've got another Glenn video here. We're gonna have to get you to make a new video, man. I'm gonna have to make one too, for that matter. Let's see. Okay, we got that. Here's one. Here's one more. Ah, great day to go out on the canoe. Glenn, no, not now. Not a Greek wedding now. No, Glenn, no, it's sinking the boat. Glenn, no, it's sinking. A Greek wedding on a rubber raft's not a good idea, folks. Just so you know. It makes me laugh. Let's see what we got. Just Jody. Yeah. It's how it looked. It's something about all of a sudden you're going this amount of speed, and then all of a sudden, in a matter of a split second, you're going nothing. Boom. It's like that Clint Eastwood movie, Sudden Impact. That was some sudden impact right there. That's definitely sudden impact. One of my favorite videos. Yeah. I wish there was somewhere I could send that, like a funny video play, that highlights funny videos. Maybe I'll put that up. Maybe I'll make a short of that and put that up as a short. You know what? I might do that today, man. Why not, right?
Yeah.
Might do that. Okay. Didn't Glenn play with the baseball with glass? Oh, God, I don't know where that video is. I had to take one. Yeah, I think what I did with that video, I slowed it down too much in one section, and it would. I might make a remake of that and do it better. Yeah. Wow. Where could I go? I'm going to have to look up some of that, Mad Dog, in a future episode of American Patriot Storage Hunters. We're going to have to do that. Hopefully, at some point, people are going to come back and have questions for me after the fact on some of the stuff that's going on in America right now. Not that I'm anything special. I was just looking down the right rabbit holes and found the right sources. And now I know where the receipts are. That's why I know we're going to win. And it's a blessing to not have to worry about that, because had I not gone down these rabbit holes, I would think, oh my God, it's going to be down to this election. What if they steal it? No, that's not going to happen, folks. Oh, they're going to try. They might even successfully do it, but it won't be allowed to stand, because they've already got, for the 2020, they've already got the Supreme Court decision in about why that never should have been certified. So it will be maybe after the fact, one way or the other, Donald Trump's going to be either the 19th president of the United States under the old Constitution, or they'll call him the 47th president. Either way, same thing. But anyway, I think Glenn was hitting glass with him. Yeah, he did do that. Daggone it. I'll have to get back into that one, man. That was a good one. I think I screwed it up in the remastering of it. I went too slow in one part. Let's see if I got it funny. Yeah, that was funny, but this is my favorite 3-second video.
You got a hose too down here.
That's what she said. That's what I wasn't having it. That was that day up in Indiana where me and Jay and Hunter went up there, and every one of us got screwed. They were setting up lockers, and I bought a bag. Oh my God. And here's that same day. I've showed this before, but I don't know if Mad Dog's seen it. This is that same day, and I told Jake, I said, here, take the camera. I'm going to show you what I think of this. This can happen to anybody, an experienced buyer, a new buyer. When you get into a unit and you're banking on what doesn't show, this can happen. Look at this. Wow. Look at this. Hey, look at this crap. See that? That's what I'm talking about. Look at this. Now look at the mess. You see just look at the mess. Here? We got a freaking mess. Who made that mess? That's great. That's just great. Who made that mess? It wasn't me. It was yeah. So I like taking stuff and turn it into little skits, and I got to get back into doing that. Like this one here, I found a Chucky doll in a storage unit, and I thought, well, let's just do some skits with it. I ended up selling him for $80, man. I should have kept him, but now I want to find another one. But you don't want to be like this jackass right here.
Hey, lard ass!
Shut the hell up, lard ass. He's an idiot. You know what? You are an idiot.
Now, doll. Now sit back and learn from the master.
Sit back. Well, the master is falling now, folks. As did Chucky. Now, he might have won that battle, but that was the last one. Evil is being eradicated, folks. Nice. That would get striking out a new meaning. Yeah, I don't think he struck out on that, though. I think his neighbor, he sent it right over the face.
Yeah, the neighbor's wondering why he keeps finding glass in his backyard.
God. Yeah, Joy was like, "Oh, Glenn, I think that went over the." That was funny, man. I think the funniest thing that's ever happened on this show, though, was this, man. I'm going to play it. We got a few minutes. Why not? I'm having fun. This show's fun when we're just bullshitting around. It's fun anyway. I mean, whatever it's fun. I'm just trying to not take it so serious. Wait a minute, all right, let's see. I got one going here. Now I forgot what I was going to do. Now look at what you made me do, Glenn. Let's see here. Wait a minute. The funniest thing. Okay, Larry's plan. This is called Larry's plan.
A while back here at Storage Auction Insanity, we had Larry on our show. Larry is a great member of our community who came on our live stream with some epic plans. Larry had been dreaming of this for some time. He came onto our show with some nefarious plans. He went to the grocery store the day before the show and bought ingredients for a cream pie. He showed up on time for the live stream and he was ready to kick off his plan. We talked for selling and what sold and what items to be on the lookout for, and out of nowhere, Larry slammed a pie directly into his face. He ground the cream pie so hard into his face his nostrils and ears filled with the pie he baked for this show. Come to find out, Ham's beer was involved in this decision by Larry LL Stash. He hasn't been back since, but that pie slam into his face sent shock waves all around the reseller community. When confronted by the show's host about slamming and grinding that pie into his face, Larry replied, "I didn't slam a pie into my face. I slammed a pie right in my fucking face. Top that, cowboy. That's right."
That was loud. I'm sorry, man. I can't control it. Oh, let's see what we got. I think we're out of comments here. The Chucky doll would bring more than that now with the box and everything. Yeah, I didn't have the box, but he could sure talk. And that was, I think, 2 or 3 years ago, I guess. It would have been when we started this show. It's 2 years ago. I got $80 for him, and at the time it was a decent price. But I kind of wish I'd have kept him now, but you know what? He was evil, and I didn't need that around. No telling what he would have done. You never know what this guy would have done, man. He wasn't worshiping the same God we are, man. I'm telling you. I would love Chucky around to, well, you will see it if I ever find another Chucky. Notice my laptop, I risked it. Flipped the table. The laptop went flying. I guess I didn't think that went all the way through, but it made it through it. I ended up selling it trading it to Jay for some gold scrap. You know, he's been having trouble finding more gold scrap. He hadn't been got by as much this year as he was last year, so he's having much more trouble finding scrap. You know, well, I call it scrap. I mean, it could be a good ring. I call that scrap. Doesn't mean it's scrap to me. It's just that's the price I pay for anything. It could be a great ring. I'm paying scrap. I don't care if it's got a diamond or ruby or whatever. I pay scrap. And it worked out for me over the years. All right, guys, either start there. We got it coming. Has he found much silver, or has he found more silver than gold? Well, lately, what he's found more silver than gold. Or for a while, he was doing really good buying gold on eBay because people were selling gold tone lots of gold toned jewelry. And just so people don't already know, which I'm sure they do, a lot of jewelry is not marked with the carat. It's not even marked. And a lot of jewelry that's marked and exactly may not be gold. So you got to test everything. So he would get all this. We would test it up. Some of it would turn out right. So he would get a lot like that. And then he would go to, he bought storage units too. He still does. And he goes to like yards. He does everything he can. Still tries to find those on eBay. A lot of people got privy to what he was doing on eBay, and he got a little more competition for the gold tone lots. So, but to answer your question, yeah, lately, the last time he came here, I traded merch for mostly silver scrap. So to answer your questions, silver, but all that stuff, just to tell you how cheap silver is right now, it's what, $33. I didn't even look today. It's like $33 an ounce. Well, back in 2011, it was almost $50 an ounce. So does anybody have any doubt that it's not going to surpass that? Gold is so held back, man. It's only $2,700 at this point. Holy crap. It probably should be double that. But it'll probably be $3,000 by early next year or more. I don't know. Just saying. So we're coming up against the end of the show here. So what do I got planned? Oh, at 2:00 today, I have a video coming out like I do every Sunday. It's coming out today. If anybody's interested, if you don't have time, just bookmark and watch it later. Appreciate it. Mad Dog says there's going to be $50 more. I got at a yard sale this year. I got my gold. Oh, God. Oh, you got from a yard sale. You can find that if you do that every Saturday like Harry does, but you're going to find your share. There's a lot of competition in these yard sales, man. But where there's a will, there's a way. You just got to be first, because if you're not first, you're last in one of these, these places. They put out stuff like that. It's not going to last, So you got to be there at the right time in a yard sale or a garage sale or an estate sale. Any of those. I've tried them all. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and end the show. Numbers are down, and I appreciate all of you. Glenn, you got anything to throw out there at the end of this?
No, I'm just looking forward to the new world, so to speak.
Yeah, we're planning on a show next week. But if the EBS goes off, and I have no reason to believe it will or won't, it's just getting so close to the election. And the only thing that can really, you just got to figure what's the enemy going to do? You know, I know what, we're just going to let them destroy themselves. I get it. And they've been doing a really good job of that, destroying themselves. So gold and silver ad, that would be the reason I would do it, man. Yeah, that helps. I'm usually the first one at a yard sale. If you're not first, you're last, man. Right, Sadie? All right, I'm going to show Sadie before I get off of here. Here's my 10-year-old. She sleeps with me every night. She's sweet. Look at her. Isn't that right? She said, "Put me down, you dirty old man." She called me did you call me a dirty old man? No, she didn't. She's cute. She bit me too. All right, guys. We will see you guys next week. Prayers everybody's way that this works out. I'm not worried. You shouldn't be either. Concerned? Yes. Worried? No. Glenn, it's been another week of pleasure, fun, and I will see you. And I'm going to leave everybody with something here. Let's see. How do I want to do this? All right. Here we go. All right, guys. See you next week. See you, Glenn. We got to sing a song to this.
Why?
Come on, baby, follow me. I'm the pot.
I'm the pot. I'm the pot. I'm the pot.
Oh, no, you did it. No. Oh, my God. Oh, there you go.
What were you going to do today, Larry?
I'm going to take a nap.
I love it.
Oh, Larry, that's nothing, man. Put that pie.
No,
Look at me. Look at this.
That's okay. That's you.
Look,
That's you.
I know, but you need to look like this.
I don't really know if I want to do this, but okay.
Oh, yes. Oh, whoa, yes. Oh, whoa, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Oh, whoa, oh,
Yes. Oh,
whoa.
Oh,
Oh, oh. Oh.
yes. Oh,
Oh. Yes. Yes. Yes.
yes. Oh,